Hi guys. Hi, what's popping? Niaja Wachunguyas. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Um, yeah. Welcome to yet again. Welcome to another episode of Life with Bruce. And good to be back. I know this time I am putting a bit of effort and I am trying to be a bit more consistent with my videos as opposed to before. But yeah, we'll see how long it plays out, right? Welcome to yet another episode. I hope you guys have been keeping safe. And yeah, alive and safe and healthy and all the good things that life can offer. So, I know my last video touched on age, which is something I am still coming to terms with. And today I still want to talk about age. So, yeah, it's I really have nothing more to talk about at the moment. That's not true. I have other things to talk about, but I still want to. I think age is still a very wide topic, like really, really wide. And yeah, I wanted to talk about myths and misconceptions about age, about growing older, about being probably 30, and such things. And taking from the feedback I got last time, I know some of you advised me to get and invest in like better equipment that cancels out the noise and improves the quality, improves the whole video and the whole channel, which is very, very good, and I appreciate all your feedback. Yeah, I appreciate all that feedback. We do hope to that someday we'll be able to have that kind of equipment. Until then, let us just make use of what we have, unless otherwise. But yeah, however, I did move from the construction site and I moved to a more quiet neighborhood. It's more leafy and there are more trees than people, I think, at times. And I don't think there is any construction that's happening around for now. Okay, not for today. So yeah, that's a good thing. So yeah, I'm happy that at least today will be less noisy, with less interference from the background. Hope is the word. And I'm not very sure if that's going to last for too long. Yeah, so let me just get right into it about the myths and misconceptions about age. And as opposed to last time where I really struggled with my memory, especially uh, my memory being hugely affected with, the whole pandemic and everything that's happening around the world. Um, my memory, is a bit fucked up, but yeah. So today I actually wrote notes, which I am realizing are very hard to read, but we shall see what we can read. About the noise again, let me just put it out there that as soon as they're finished driving, let me just put it out there that I am really trying, and there's as much as I can control. I can control what's happening around me, but on the outside, people have to drive to wherever it is they usually drive, and yeah, waste their fuel. But back to my point number one, according to my notes, myths and misconceptions about age, and the first one was genes determine your health. Um, Genes determine your health. When we think about genes, I don't know. It could go both ways because when you look at genes, it means probably if your family has certain kind of ailments and diseases that are passed down generation by generation. Uh, that could ultimately affect someone's health, when you're exposed to certain conditions, when you're more prone to suffer from something. I think, that could actually determine your health, right? In a way. So genes could actually do determine your health. But also, when you also look at it, I think it boils down to someone's lifestyle choices, someone's habits, maybe, and choices, right? Because you could probably have very, very good genes, but you're living a Shawshank life, which is not a bad life, but you expose yourself to probably suffer for a lot of other things out there. Also, when I look at genes, I I think I'd say I'm very quite fortunate that my family has really, really good genes. We don't necessarily age too fast, uh, like complexion wise and face wise. And I have aunts who probably actually look like my sisters. And the funny bit is, some of these aunts have kids who are as old as I am, ish. Yeah. So yeah, I think genes is quite a factor when it comes to someone's health and someone's body. Same way I'm sure is for the motorbike rider who is just living his life out there. And another point actually that I also wrote down was age and forgetfulness. I'm not sure I wrote this one. Myth and misconceptions is, as you grow older, you become more forgetful about things. Uh, this is a very, the point they are trying to say, whoever wrote this in my book, in my handwriting, is that it is a myth that the older you get, the more prone you are at forgetting things, which is nothing about me. And not from personal experience. My memory is completely and 100% affected by the pandemic, and not because I am growing older. Uh, all that said, I know that I am probably very, very bad at remembering people's names and recalling names and all that. But I think the sole reason I am very bad with names is most of the people who I meet, because most of us are like social media friends, most of you stalk me on my IG and the likes. Uh, when I meet you in person, it's very hard to at times tell people's names or even remember, because probably how they call themselves on social media is not the same way they present themselves. On social media, it could be Prince something, but then in person, it's called Daudi. Not that Daudi is a bad name. Do I have any friends called Daudi? No. But not that it's a bad name. But you see, now that's very, very confusing. And that's one of the reasons I'm very particularly bad at remembering people's names, because most people have very many pseudonyms and aliases out there, as opposed to their actual government identity card names, which is completely different. Philomena Akech Akembo, you know? Not that those are bad names. Yeah. Another misconception, moving on, is that as you age, learning slows down. Yeah, that is actually a misconception, because I do believe you learn every day. There's no single day that you probably won't learn something, either if it's about you, if it's about the world, if you come across new information, because we live in an era, in a digital era, that we are very proud of, because information is everywhere, and ignorance really is bliss. Because I believe if you wanted to find out something about anything, really, really anything, you could Google for the biggest, animal with hips and such things. Like, literally anything is on the internet right now, and definitely that's a very huge misconception that as you grow older, learning stops. I think if anything, it actually does progress, because now you know so much and you've been exposed to so much. And yeah, most people actually pursue, higher education and degrees, diplomas, bachelors. Actually, those who actually do bachelors and masters, and they have like that, is not easy. So kudos to all of you who pursue higher education, and I hope you can teach us a lot that we have personally chosen not to learn. But yes, moving on to my point number one, two, three, four, five. Five, yeah, five. You'd think that I'd have numbered this to make this easier to read, but yeah, shows that I've not been in school for a very long time. Yeah. Another big myth about age and growing older is that you will die alone. That's so harsh. That is so harsh, but let me just read what I wrote down. What I came across is that as you age, you crave deeper connections, you crave deeper relationships. Yeah, and that does make sense. And I know at times you get to a point in life you're wondering if, my God, am I going to die alone, especially if you're still single, with very high standards, and are yet to find your particular person. But God is always there for you. God will see us through. But I was saying, as you grow older, you probably have those fears, like, are you going to die alone? Are they going to find you in bed just next to some Iremi who's just laying there in peace? Oh God damn it! Because I think the older you get, the more personal you want your relationships to be, the more intimate you prefer to be with someone. And it's not quite an easy thing to find. I think personally, I am very, 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 very. I could continue. I am very, very particular with my relationships, with my friendships, with even my suckships, if that is a word. Yeah. And I think I actually wrote something about that. I am tired of. I am at a point where, fine. I'm a bit tired of one night stands. Just one night stands and quick bad sex and boring experiences. And the whole certain hookup culture, especially when you have to still keep meeting new people and keep getting disappointed. And yeah, but let me just read from my notes, because I need help. Send helps to my helps. um we all crave and we all want to settle someday, and have that person that you can, even if it's just one reliable person in your life that is there for you and you're there for them and the likes, in spite of all our standards probably being a bit higher, especially as you grow older. um, but yeah, at the end of it, the most important thing is to never settle for less. Never, never, never settle. Never settle for anything less than you deserve, and that's a very important point. um, One other myth that I had written down is that old people are are not that much into sex. I don't know who said that, where that even came from, but I believe that's one huge misconception. And if anything, the older someone is, the more, okay, maybe not sexual per se, but you're now old enough to know what you enjoy, what gives you pleasure, what gives the other person pleasure, how your body works, how the other person's body should work, and the likes. So I believe actually sex does get better as you age. I know that for a fact. There are certain things I did not know in my early 20s that I definitely know now and try and emulate to those lucky people that get to be lucky. But yeah, that is one huge misconception that as you age, probably sex is nah. Because I don't know, probably when I'm still 50, though my back might not be working the same way and my strokes might be different, I would still probably enjoy sex. I'd have found other ways of pleasure and the likes. And I usually believe that people who just, especially older people who just get into bed and either you just lie there, you know, you just chill, uh, just wait for the other person to take over. And I feel like you did miss a stage in life, and it's very, very unfortunate that, yeah, especially for older folk, that you would not know how to uh, chapa kitu. But yeah, so that is one huge misconception about age, that age and sex. The older you get, the less sex. Let me see on that if there's anything more to add. Nothing really. I cannot read the rest of these things, which goes to show that someone else was writing this for me. Yeah, if the age and forgetfulness point was anything to go by, I cannot really see anything. And it's not my eyesight that's bad, I hope. But yeah, I guess that's basically it. Chapter closed. I hope I will not talk about age again. I know I'm just blabbering on and on and on and on about being 30 and being older. And it's a new era. It's probably that decade. And I believe most of us, in as much as we'd want to remain forever 21, have faces of 21-year-olds with bodies of probably a 23 or a 24-year-old, and with a bit of experience of a 50-year-old. That will definitely be the dream, right? Like, that would be it for us. But age, as much as it's a constant, I think the more we embrace it, the more we appreciate that it's part of the journey, it's part of growing up, it's part of maturing. Because the older you get, the more exposed you get to things, the more you learn things, the more you experience stuff. And I think the older someone gets also is the more aware you become, especially about yourself, about your body, about your mental state of mind, about your physique, about other, basically about you. You're more aware of that. You're more aware of your surroundings, if it's the community, what's happening all around the world, what's happening in your hood, what's happening in, well, not particularly Kenyan politics, but yeah, you just, at least you're aware of the world and your surroundings. And as we keep embracing that growing older is actually a nice thing, as opposed to a very, very scary experience filled with pressure and expectations and a lot of, you know, it's a process. It's a continuous journey that I believe not everyone has everything figured out. Even probably as you age, you'll probably still figure out things as you grow older and go through transitions and through things, through character development and everything that life has in store for you. So at the end of it, yeah, I am still embracing age, appreciating the fact that this is it. This is how it continues to be, probably for the better, hopefully for the better, right? Not just for me, but for everyone, my friends, everyone I surround with, everyone who deserves it, you know. And yeah, that's basically it. Um, I still have few more episodes and a few more collabs coming out very, very soon as well. I know I keep saying this, but I never release things yet. Uh, actually, we had recorded something with a friend of mine, and I had also recorded a few other things. And by mistake, and probably not my, I am not to blame. I hope I am not to blame though, in both of these cases, but a bit of it got deleted, and so we'll have to reshoot and re-edit and redo a lot of the videos that we had done before. But there is definitely a lot more content coming. There are also still more episodes out on my podcast, and you know, it's a continuous process. I'll keep trying to do what I can when I can, and yeah. So all that said, all that blabbering going on, and all the background noise that we have been blessed with today. Thank you once again for always tuning in. Thank you for showing your support. Thank you for your feedback, the likes, and as usual, I usually don't say like and subscribe and those kind of things that people usually say because I am not that kind of person, I think. But yeah, thank you all for the support. I appreciate the feedback always, always. And yeah, that's basically it. Until next time, take care of yourselves, be kind to one another, love yourself, love your brothers, your sisters, your love everyone literally. And yeah, in this world that we live in right now, just be a better human being. And for those who are going through tough times, keep soldiering on. Always reach out if you need to talk to people. This is always a safe space in case you just need someone to talk to, and you know, in any way I can help, in any way another person can assist. Yeah, don't suffer alone. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, I will leave you at that. I will leave you at that. I will leave you with that. I will leave you there. Au revoir. Bye.